Good morning and welcome to Texas Today. I'm Imani Payne, and happy Black Friday to everyone waking up and getting ready to head out and wait in those long lines and do some shopping. Let's go ahead and head over to our meteorologist, Zach Scott. And Zach, you already broke the news to me, but let's just let everyone know what's going on at home.
Are you still going to go though? Are you not going to go anymore?
I love to shop, and I've been sitting here throughout the show like debating, and I think it's worth it. I think I just got to suck it up and go.
The money's definitely worth it. I mean, you were pretty set on shopping before I told you, hey, it's going to rain out there.
Yeah.
All right, well, if you're just joining us, we do have some scattered showers out there. Maybe you've heard a little bit of it on the roof. Here's a wide look across central Texas. We've got a swath moving into Comanche County, Goldthwaite out there to the west, Hamilton County. That's going to continue to work eastward. We've got our own batch developing here in central areas, all moving from west to east. Got a couple football games. If you're thinking about heading up north, this game's going to be in the Dome at least in Arlington. Temperatures for tailgating in the lower 60s after you leave the stadium, and after that game's done, hopefully a Baylor win, you'll be down in the lower 50s there. In Austin, though, different case here. We're going to be talking scattered shower chances during some tailgating, especially during the morning hours, and even during the game. Can't rule out an isolated shower there with temperatures trying to get in the mid to upper 60s. Temperatures later on today, 64 degrees for a high, and then looking for temperatures a little later on tonight. Cooler with scattered clouds, no rain, 41 degrees. Imani?
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Zach. And we have a look at what's happening on Channel 6 News tonight. We have some Christmas movies already showing. We have How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and we also have How Murray Saved Christmas. All right, more Texas Today ahead. Stick with us. Coming up on Texas Today, how locals are helping each other out this holiday season. Plus, an icon of the 70s passes away. And why one neighborhood is celebrating Christmas early this year. It's all happening on this Friday, November 25th, 2016. Texas Today starts right now.
Start here. Expect more. This is Texas Today.
Good morning and welcome to Texas Today. I'm Imani Payne, and happy Black Friday to everyone that's waking up with us and getting ready to head outdoors and stand in those lines and shop today. And let's get a check-in on our weather with meteorologist Zach Scott, who's standing by. And Zach, I mean, what's going on with the weather? You told me, but let's figure it out for the people at home.
Yeah, if you didn't do any overnight shopping and you're getting ready to head out right now, this is what you've got heading your way. We've got scattered showers. We now have two batches. This one's developing out in our western counties, just on the west side of I-35. We've got another one out here by Comanche and Goldthwaite. That's going to continue to move east now, getting ready to move into Hamilton County and Lampasas County. You're dry right now. Gatesville, there in Coryell, you've got widespread rainfall, even up towards Boston, now spreading into the western half of McLennan. Temple here in Bells County. We've been very hit or miss through the morning hours, but we're going to see things changing as we go into the next few hours. Rain's going to be sticking with us through the morning. We'll taper off quickly as we go into the afternoon hours. We'll time it out on Future Track coming up. Imani?
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Zach. Well, Black Friday is kicking off right now as we speak at many stores in the area. Right now, we're going to give you, here's a live look at the line outside of Best Buy. This is at the Central Texas Marketplace, and they even have a food truck out there. So there's a lot going on, and someone is taking orders for people while they wait in line. And we're going to keep an eye on the Central Texas Marketplace all morning long and check back in a little bit later in the show. The FBI is investigating this morning after 2 people were killed and 4 others wounded in a shooting at a Louisville park last night, and it was all caught on camera. Stephen Washburn was recording a Facebook Live video during a gathering when the gunshots rang out. You can see people dropping to the ground trying to take cover. So far, no arrests have been made. A firefighter is in the hospital this morning with possible life-threatening injuries after a fire started at an oil refinery in Iowa. It happened yesterday morning in Central City. Fire officials say the blaze continued for hours and kept flaring up because of all of the oil. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Florence Henderson, the actress known for her role as the mom on The Brady Bunch, has died. Henderson's agent confirmed she passed away Thursday night from heart failure. It happened at a Southern California hospital surrounded by her loved ones. Henderson was 82. And in Temple, the nonprofit Feed My Sheep gave out Thanksgiving dinners to over 400 people in the community. Each person got 1 meal for lunch and another to take home. The nonprofit provides food to people in need every day. Those that get back on their feet at the nonprofit often come back to serve, and one such man drove down from Waco to take part.
Thanks And to me, that's like handing me a handful of money, you know, because I'm able to help people out, and I think that's what God put all of us on earth is to just be kind to each other.
Feed My Sheep President Jim Hornsby says it was their largest Thanksgiving event in the last 5 years. A car accident in Killeen yesterday left one man dead. It happened on East Veterans Memorial Boulevard. 38-year-old Antoine Garland of Killeen allegedly crossed lanes into oncoming traffic and hit a van head-on. Garland was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver of the van is doing okay. A Burnett County judge is apologizing today after a comment he made on Facebook. James Oakley shared a photo of the man accused of killing San Antonio police detective Benjamin Marconi last week. In the post, the judge wrote, "Time for a tree and a rope." Oakley later deleted the post and told the Austin American-Statesman he was sorry for not being more thoughtful in his expression. This year in Texas near Dallas, the Christmas decorations came up early. David Schweitzer shows us why.
There's supposed to be an inflatable Santa.
Mid-November is a little early to be getting ready for Christmas, but that's what they're doing on Patterson Street.
Higher, lower?
Probably a little higher, don't you think?
I sent a Facebook message to the group of our neighbors and just asked if anyone was willing to decorate early for Christmas. So I called it Christmas in November.
The neighbors are helping the family that lives here.
It's so awesome. Like, wait until you see more surprises in store. Aww. It blows my mind.
That's Lee Spohr on the left. She wanted one more Christmas memory, and that's what her neighbors can give her.
1, 2, 3. Your world just changes in the blink of an eye.
10 months ago, her husband Mike was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer. They have 2 boys.
Unfortunately, you know the reality of how quickly it progresses and it can go. So I just pray that he makes it through the holidays with us for the boys. And it's a struggle for him. But you can do it.
Right. But the reality is, Mike may not make it to Christmas.
Christmas is huge.
It is. It's huge.
So that's where the neighbors come in. They decided this year, Christmas is coming early.
Something to cherish forever. Love, hope, peace. Joy and sadness.
There's more to the holidays than the lights on the roof and the snowman in the yard. It's about family, neighbors that feel like family, and strangers that show up to lift your spirits.
Hey, people are coming! Angels sing, glory to the newborn King.
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas. Just overwhelming joy, a heart full of love, happiness. Just a memory that I will you can't duplicate and I can never get back. And I'll have forever.
There is a chance that Mike might not remember this tomorrow. But Lee won't ever forget that one Christmas that happened in November.
All right, what a touching story there. That was David Schechter reporting. Still ahead on Texas Today, we have sports up next, where we're rehashing the last night's Cowboys game. And today, the Bears will face off against Texas Tech. We'll talk about it. Plus, we'll get another check-in on your Black Friday weather forecast coming up next. Stick with us.
And muggy to start the next work week in the 60s, and you'll feel that. But once that front pushes through, we'll see that drier air coming in. Things will quiet down for us, and we'll see mostly sunny skies. Imani?
It sounds good. Thank you, Zach. Now to sports. With the win over the Ravens last week, the Cowboys did something that the franchise has never done before, win 9 games in a row. And yesterday against the Redskins, they made it 10. In the second quarter, Dallas was up by 7. In the fourth quarter, Kirk Cousins whips one to Jordan Reed for the score to cut the lead to 5. Cowboys win 31-26. Now up to Indianapolis, where it wasn't the Colts' night. Steelers driving in the first, and the handoff goes to Bell. He cuts to the outside to find some room. Pittsburgh takes an early 7-zip lead, and it's pretty much all Steelers from there. Colts fall 28-7. Today, the Bears face off against Texas Tech in a shootout at AT&T Stadium. But during a 4-game losing streak, Baylor's been outscored by more than 80 points. They have to contain the nation's top passer, who is averaging almost 500 yards a game. Kickoff from Jerry's World is at 2:30. Now, still ahead on Texas Today, we'll take a look at these sports guys doing some extreme flipping. Plus a homecoming surprise that will warm your heart. Welcome back. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station enjoyed a zero-gravity space-giving dinner in orbit around the Earth. 2 of the 6-member space station crew are NASA astronauts from the U.S. The menu sounded like a traditional Thanksgiving dinner, but it may have lacked some of those touches of home. Here's NASA Commander Shane Kimbrough describing the meal. Also on the Thanksgiving menu in space, dehydrated cornbread dressing, green beans, and mushrooms. There were also mashed potatoes and, of course, cherry blueberry cobbler. And it was a heartwarming Thanksgiving reunion when an airman came home from boot camp and surprised her family for the holiday. Reporter Amanda Ober saw the story unfolding at Orlando International Airport in Florida and has this report.
I'm home for about 25 days, so I'm really excited.
This sweet embrace between a young airman and her beau caught our eye at the airport. 19-year-old Tara Ford was returning home from boot camp in Texas.
I'm ecstatic.
But the story gets better.
Your family doesn't know you're home?
No, ma'am, they don't. I'm really excited to surprise them.
Tara and Marcos graciously agreed to let us go with them to Tara's grandmother's house, where her family was having Thanksgiving.
Hello?
She called her family from down the street, pretending to still be at boot camp.
Hi, I miss you guys. I wish I could be home today.
Tara even told her mom she was on her way to have Thanksgiving with a family who adopts lonely airmen for the holidays.
All right, let's go.
Little did her family know what was about to happen.
What? Oh my God! Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Oh, Tara! Oh my God!
Tara's mom was overwhelmed. Her tears were followed by hugs and kisses from the whole extended family. The only one who wasn't surprised was Tara's dad. He was in on the secret so he could make sure everyone was corralled on the back porch when Tara entered.
Tara's visit home is especially meaningful because she's about to leave for Italy for 2 years. But today, her family wants to say to yours,
Happy Thanksgiving!
And a happy Thanksgiving it is.
Oh, I missed you.
I miss you too, baby. I always do. I miss you.
What a touching story. That was Amanda Ober reporting. A very special thank you to all of our armed service members at home and abroad this holiday season. And thank you to the families for your sacrifices as well. And still ahead on Texas Today, when we come back, Zach Scott will have a look at our morning forecast. Stick with us. Good morning and welcome to Texas Today. I'm Imani Payne, and happy Black Friday to everyone waking up with us and probably getting ready to head out and stand in some long lines. Let's go ahead and check in with our meteorologist, Zach Scott, who's standing by. And Zach, we get off in about half an hour. I want to go shopping. Am I going to get rained on if I wait in these lines outside?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Do I need to say anything?
Just give it to me straight, I guess.
Yes. Did you bring the umbrella?
I have to check my car. I hope so.
I hope you did. I have one. I'll let you borrow it.
Okay.
If you haven't left your house yet, no excuse. You need to take your umbrella. You need to take your rain jacket. We've had hit or miss showers here, for the last couple of hours, last 2 hours or so. And now you can see it's become more of a batch of showers here, widespread across the western part of the viewing area here. Getting ready to cross the I-35 corridor, seeing the showers spreading off towards the east as well, getting closer to I-44. Even just to the north there of the College Station area. Cameron, some showers. Franklin, some showers. Gatesville, widespread light to pockets of moderate rain, going to continue to spread off towards the east here. And temperatures right now, not that bad though. At least it's not freezing outside or 30s or 40s. We've got temperatures in the 50s. Now, as this front does clear through late this morning, early afternoon, drier air will come in behind it, and that'll help taper off the rainfall. So if you want to, or if you're planning on hanging out till later on in the day to go shopping, I think you're going to be fine. We'll even see more partly cloudy skies coming in. But if you're going out this morning, we're going to keep these widespread rainfall chances in the forecast through the morning hours. Imani?
Guess it could be worse. Thanks, Zach. Now, if you're waking up with us and it's your birthday, we'd like to wish you a happy one. Here are a few people celebrating today. Our Great Clips Haircut of the Day winner goes to Oscar and Shelly Berman. They're celebrating an anniversary of 21 years, so congratulations, Oscar and Shelly. We also want to celebrate Christina Applegate, who's turning 45 years old today, so happy birthday to Christina. And of course, if you'd like to celebrate your birthday here on the show, just send us an email with your name, age, photo, and birth date to TexasToday@kcentv.com. Now, still ahead on Texas Today, how this year's top tech toys are a blast from the past. We'll tell you. And what you need to know about decoration safety, we have that coming up as well. Now let's take a look at what's happening on Channel 6 News tonight. We have How the Grinch Stole Christmas and all these Christmas movies that are already airing. And of course, you can tune in at 10 to check our news headlines with Lisa Hudson as well. Stick with us.
You really are a hero.
Happening now on Texas Today, we've got the lowdown on the best tech gifts for your family members this holiday season. And it's the big kickoff to the holidays this morning with Black Friday well underway. We'll get you out the door and ready to go. Plus how one mistaken text leads to a holiday meetup. It's all happening on this Friday, November 25th, 2016. Texas Today starts right now.
Start here. Expect more. This is Texas Today.
Good morning and welcome to Texas Today. I'm Imani Payne, and happy Black Friday to everyone that's waking up with us and getting ready to go out and shop and stand in those long lines to get those good deals. Let's go ahead and head over to meteorologist Zach Scott, who's standing by. And Zach, a lot of people want to go out and shop today. What kind of weather are they going to be facing out there?
Well, for the first half of the day through the morning hours, we're going to be dealing with the rain. If you're waiting until the afternoon, I think we're going to see the rain taper off kind of quick in the morning or in the early afternoon hours. Okay. Now, that's going to be a decision for you to make there. I don't want to be the bearer of the bad news. We have the rain out there. Just take the umbrella, take the rain jacket. There's even a couple of lightning strikes in there. Not expecting anything severe, but we have a cold front coming through, and we've got it squeezing out all the moisture out ahead of it as that it can. It's just off towards our north. Now, as it goes through late this morning, early afternoon, drier air will come through, and we'll see the rain chances tapering off from north to south fairly quickly. But right now, through the rest of the morning hours, this is what we're going to be dealing with. We've got a batch of showers coming in to the I-35 corridor right now, another batch off towards the west. It's all moving west to east, and we've got another one that's developed here around Milam and Robertson counties as well. Marlin's been off and on. Temple, really, Bell County, it's been hit or miss, but we're going to see the showers coming in, especially here over the next couple of hours, especially through mid-morning. From now through mid-morning, it's going to be our best chance. Once we go mid-morning to late morning, you'll start to see it tapering off. Early afternoon, still can't rule out a few isolated showers, but as we go through the afternoon into the early evening, we're really going to see the rain out of here, and I think we're going to go from mostly to partly cloudy with the sunshine coming in later in the day, trying to break through the clouds. That's what's going to help get those temperatures in the lower to mid-60s across the region, shooting for a high of 64. We'll time it out on Future Track and show you what you can expect through the entire day, even into the weekend.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Zach. Now, Black Friday is kicking off right now at many stores in the area as we speak. Now we're going to give you a live look. Now here we are inside of Kohl's in Waco. This is at the Central Texas Marketplace, and they even have a food truck outside of that store, so it's quite the party. And we're going to keep an eye on the Central Texas Marketplace all morning long and get a live look back in a little later in the show. Now, welcome back. The holiday season is officially upon us. If toys are on your list, you may notice many of them are new twist on old favorites. Brian Moore explains.
This year's hottest tech toys might look like classics, but they're packing new technology under the hood. Hot Wheels is rolling out the next generation of toy racing, supercharged with artificial intelligence.
The AI technology allows these cars to stay on track and go at really high rates of speed.
Who doesn't remember Play-Doh? Well, now there's an app for that.
Play-Doh is one of those age-old toys that kids just love, and they're updating it by using the smartphone.
Even Barbie is getting an upgrade, a smart home, the high-tech Hello Dream House.
There's an elevator inside it. That's something that's new. The toilet actually flushes, and you can manipulate things by using an app on your phones.
The Flybrick set allows kids and kids at heart to build a drone out of classic Legos.
The Lego drone is a perfect example of how you take a brand that we loved growing up and you've kind of updated it for today's technology.
Well, if it isn't Tamagotchi.
And remember the Furby and Tamagotchi pet toy crazes of the 90s? Hatchimals are a hybrid of sort and on the wish lists of many this year.
The Hatchimals are the biggest craze this year. We talked to this manager of a Toys R Us earlier today, as well as other analysts, and you just can't find them anywhere.
A surprise pet hatches right in your hands. That is, if you can actually get your hands on one. Brian Moore, NBC News.
Those are some serious toys there. Now, many of those toys aren't cheap. That Barbie Dream House will run you $300, but you won't have to keep up with Monopoly money to pay for it. The game now uses electronic banking. Now, many of us will spend this holiday weekend gearing up for Christmas, but before you pull out those decorations from the attic, there's a few safety reminders to keep in mind. Doctors at Vanderbilt University Hospital say they see a lot of fire injuries and children who swallow small objects this time of year. They say be sure your artificial tree is fire resistant, and if you have a live tree, you need to water it often. And when it's time to decorate, place ornaments that have small parts or metal hooks at the top of the tree to keep them away from small children. The Salado United Methodist Church served Thanksgiving dinner to Texas drivers yesterday, and in a way many did not expect. The church set up at rest stops just south of Salado, serving truck drivers, travelers, and anyone else who came by. They served more than 500 people, some of which would not get a meal otherwise.
Some of them they're just driving in a truck all day. They're by themselves, and then all of a sudden they're able to meet people and see where they are, and it's a very heartfelt, warming opportunity.
The church gave out more than 430 pounds of turkey this year, thanks to help from local businesses. First Lady Michelle Obama will receive the final White House Christmas tree of her husband's presidency. This year's it's a 19-foot tree donated by a group in Wisconsin. Now, what all started with an accidental text message ended in a dinner yesterday. Two strangers, an Arizona grandmother and a Phoenix teen, spent part of Thanksgiving together after earlier this month she somehow added him to a text message thread inviting her family to dinner. But even after they figured that there was a mix-up, her invitation remained. The story soon went viral. The two met up before the teen went to his real grandma's for Thanksgiving.
People are saying I have faith in humanity again, and I'm just thinking, wow, I want to get to know him because I liked my first impression of him.
The story spread far enough to get Stovetop's attention. The company tweeted that it was giving the pair a year's supply of stuffing for their party. All right, well, still ahead on Texas today. When we return, meteorologist Zach Scott will have a full check of our Black Friday forecast. Stick with us.
Friday, widespread rainfall, but this is great news because if you haven't been keeping up with it, don't worry, I have. We do have drought conditions trying to creep into central Texas, but eastern Texas really dealing with some dry conditions right now. So this is good news for portions of Texas to at least try to get as much rain as they can. So
I don't know. It sounds like bad news to me.
Go shopping.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, I've been talking about how excited I am to go shopping when we get off air, and now I'm hearing there's rain and scattered shatters, and now I just don't know what to do. I guess
you could wait till the afternoon. If you wait till the afternoon, we will see that rain wrapping up.
I might have to do that.
But the deals may not wait.
I know. It might all be gone. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, let's take a look at what's trending on the web today. Okay, so we're back with the chair. So this may be a better option for us for our work chairs. This is a pocket chair. Take a look at this. So this is the trend. It's actually called a sit pack, and it's a seat that fits in your pocket. The manufacturer says the design allows for hassle-free resting on the go. This video of people testing out the chair has already been viewed over 2 million times on YouTube. So let's see how he plans to sit on this.
I don't know about the pocket though. That's pretty bulky.
I don't know. Yeah,
cargo
maybe
shorts?
like some
Are the cargo shorts
pants.
coming back? I don't know.
I don't know where I would take this, like, oh, this is the perfect place for me to pull out my pocket chair. I just don't know where that
Once you have the pocket chair, then you'll know.
be.
This is one of those you always where you're like, something will happen later today, you'll be standing in line. If I had that pocket chair. The thing
that
is,
might be a place.
if we could
to
put a
it.
back, if they could somehow
Put a
figure out a way
back.
to put a back
Make
on
it
there
more
a little
sturdy,
bit.
yeah.
You know, just so you can kind of rest your back a little bit.
Might be
but,
more appealing.
yeah,
Well,
but it might get
yeah,
even bigger than.
Not the purchase for me today. All right, well, moving on to our next trend. Imagine you're just driving down the road and then boom, a snake is thrown onto your windshield by a bird. So passengers in this car, you can hear them screaming, roll up your windows. They shared the video on YouTube. It's been viewed close to 500,000 times. So I mean, I don't know if the bird had some kind of agenda there.
No,
Throwing
and
it.
see, earlier today I was talking, hey, since they're driving on the wrong side of the road, it's probably Australia.
Yeah,
you
they
confirm
are.
that?
They are in
and,
Australia,
And that's
yeah.
about a 99.9% chance that that's a poisonous snake. It's probably
Oh
one of the
my
world's,
gosh.
you know, every snake there I think is pretty poisonous. Could have been a black mamba
Let's
bear.
hope they really rolled those windows up. That's
Yeah.
scary. All right, and finally, it's the new popular challenge that's sweeping the nation, flipping things. So let's take a look. The video shows a group of friends and they're flipping things like, okay, so there's a ladder, they flip pencils, golf clubs, and you know, a bunch of other things onto hard surfaces. The video was shared on YouTube and already has over 12 million views. And I mean, I can see why. It looks like that takes some serious skill.
This is being a guy at its finest right here.
Yeah.
This is what you do when you're with your guy friends. You want a little sneak peek into the world of being a guy.
I absolutely do.
Competition. Everything is a competition. And you know what this is? This is probably an extension from the water bottle. Flipping the waters.
Yeah, I remember those.
I remember even this summer with my own buddies. It started out with the water bottles, and then what else can you do?
Yeah,
you
it
know,
just
and
gets
that's how it
bigger
goes.
and
It gets bigger and bigger.
Until you get a ladder and
And
you're
you got a
throwing it
ladder.
off the second floor.
Now they probably did that 50 times.
Oh my gosh.
They're stuck with it. See, this is the good stuff.
See, at least the pencil, I have pens in my car, so maybe while I'm sitting in line, if I do go shopping, I can practice flipping my pens there, see if I can. All right. Well,
Send in your videos today.
all right. Well, still ahead on Texas Today, we got another check of our weather and some more news headlines coming up as well. But did you know on this day in 1787, Franz Gruber, the composer of the original Silent Night, was born. So let's listen to his popular song right now. We'll be right back.
Today's weather spot.
Welcome back. It's Friday, so that means it's time to see what movies are hitting the box office this weekend. Here with a preview of what you can expect at the theaters from the director's chair is our very own Sean Hobbs.
Thank you. Disney's new animated movie Moana leads the big holiday releases at the box office.
Maui, demigod of the wind and sea.
It's actually Maui, shapeshifter, demigod of the wind and sea, hero of men. I interrupted from the top, hero of men. Go.
From the directors of The Little Mermaid, it's about a Pacific Islands princess on a magical ocean quest to save her people, put nature back in balance. And though I felt like that story didn't quite have it, I was weirdly uninvolved in the movie. There are lots of things I loved about it. The animation is stunning. The Polynesian setting is fresh. There are nice songs, co-written by Hamilton's Lin-Manuel Miranda. Here's a strong Disney princess is not pining for a love interest. That's nice. Her sidekick, the dumbest chicken in the history of movies, is hilarious, as is Dwayne Johnson, who voices the really arrogant, studly demigod who joins her on that quest. So yeah, I do wish the story were a little stronger, but it's fun and gorgeous. Moana gets 3 stars.
We suspect your wife is a German spy.
This is insane. She's the mother of my child. It isn't true. I will prove it.
Now, also new Brad Pitt stars with French beauty Marion Cotillard in Allied, an old Hollywood-style spy romance about 2 Allied spies who pretend to be married for a secret World War II mission and then fall in love for real because, you know, look at them. But Pitt is then given good reason to suspect she might be secretly spying for the Nazis. Uh-oh. Directed by the great Robert Zemeckis, it's good. Tense, romantic, really well made, glamorous, just maybe without that little extra oomph that would push it over into greatness. 3 stars.
What the hell are you looking at me so funny for?
Sorry, Santa. I had to go.
Oh, is that you? I thought it was me.
And then it's been 13 years, but Billy Bob Thornton is just as drunk and nasty as before in Bad Santa 2. The gleefully filthy sequel has him reuniting with Elf partner Tony Cox, still very funny, to rob a charity for the needy. The Kid, Brett Kelly's Thurman Merman, also returns all grown up, with Kathy Bates joining up as Billy Bob's scuzzy mom. And this is really one of those sequels where it just feels like they made the same movie over again, an uninspired rehash. And a lot of its jokes feel pretty forced, smutty for smut's sake, you know. So not as good, but still pretty funny. Let's say 2.5 stars.
Have you heard from people that I'm crazy?
You're not crazy. You're an exception.
You make an old guy courageous, Marlo.
And finally, Warren Beatty returns to the screen for the first time in a decade and a half for the comedy Rules Don't Apply, which he also wrote and directed. He plays reclusive billionaire Howard Hughes, his kooky eccentricities standing in the way of two lovebirds he employs in Hollywood in the 1950s, starlet Lily Collins, Phil's daughter, and Alden Ehrenreich, who's soon to be the young Han Solo. Now, narratively, the movie's a mess, choppy and all over the place. It's also really distinctive and usually enjoyable, so 2.5 stars for that one, too. All right, so for the big holiday weekend at the movies, in addition to Moana and Allied, I'd re-recommend stuff like Hacksaw Ridge, Arrival, Trolls, Doctor Strange, and Underdogs Bleed for this, and Edge of 17. Lots of really good stuff out there. That's the box office report from the director's chair.
Arrival was really good. I just saw that one. All right, well, we'll have the 6 things you need to know before you go next. Stick with us. Here are the 6 things you need to know before you go. Number 1, it's Black Friday. Millions of Americans are expected to go out and shop today, and about 50% of consumers plan to do a majority of their holiday shopping online this season. Number 2, activists are calling for a shopping boycott in Chicago on the busiest shopping day of the year. The boycott is being organized by a group called the Chicago Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression. Number 3, the FBI is investigating this morning after 2 people were killed and 4 others wounded in a shooting at a Louisville park last night. So far, no arrests have been made. Number 4, a firefighter is in the hospital this morning with possible life-threatening injuries after a fire started at an oil refinery in Iowa.